Hey guys, Jesus Christ is warning us, but are we listening? He's trying to speak to us, but have we turned a deaf ear? He's trying to show us, but have we turned a blind eye? You know, in these final hours, it is very evident that we are in the time of sorrows, in the pains of being delivered. We are moments from birth, the delivery of the man-child. We are moments before the harpazo, the rapturo, the catching away, the rapture of the bride of Christ. For those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, this message is for you. If you go back through my videos to why the end is now, and then why the end is now 2, I begin to break down some events that are very revealing and also timelines in which we are to prepare because the time is short and the hour is near for the arrival of the bridegroom. And so this is to encourage you to speak with others, to warn others because of what is about to take place. The greatest event since the cross of Jesus Christ is about to take place. All of human history has looked forward to this very time. Okay, one of the things I'm going to quickly go over is the nationwide emergency alert broadcast that took place on October 4th, 2023, just a couple short days before the attack on Israel. Let's see. The nationwide emergency alert sounded at 2:20 Eastern Standard Time. 2:20 is a stall or a cage for an animal. And this is from the Hebrew 723, which means a herding of an animal. In this case, the herding of people. This is from the Greek 2:20, a cock crowing at the third night watch. From the Greek 5456 and 5457, to fall down and worship. Many people just accepted it as no big deal and they fell down in worship. When I first spoke about this, when it took place, I believe it was a trigger of some type. And can it be a trigger that they were testing for something, a future event? Time will tell. And this is from the Greek 5455, to emit a sound, no kidding, to address, a public address. An immunation, to call from, and this is from the Greek 5456, which is literally phone, phone, a phone, an artificial tone, an artificial address, a noise, a sound, a voice, a voiceless sound. Do you hear me, people? Jesus Christ is telling us what happened. And also the same event took place at 1:20 Central Standard Time. G120 is spiritless, dismayed. The definition, to cause distress and anxiety, from the Greek 2372, which is wrath and indignation. God's wrath and indignation is coming upon the earth. And at 11:20 Pacific Standard Time is in the Greek 1120, which is to bow down. And in the Hebrew 1120 is Baal, to bow down to Baal. When that took place, I made sure I had everything shut off. I did not want to have anything to do with that event. I didn't want to partner with it. I did not want to take part of it. I didn't want to have anything to do with it. And that sound, that tone was nationwide. Every device and every phone, Greek 5456, phone, no kidding, PHONE, that sound was sent to. And then from June 26, 2015, which is the beginning of the apostasy, to October 4th, 2023, is the Greek 3022, and that is to make white, a candlelight. And then from obviously June 13th, 2023, which is, I believe, the beginning of the days of Noah, to October 4th, 2013, June 13th, 2013 to October 4th, 2023, is Hebrew 3765, and that means to lay waste. From the Hebrew 3765, and this is from the Greek 3765, no longer, not anymore, no more. And then from the June 19th, 2014 10-year warning, which is the middle date, to October 4th, 2023, is the Hebrew 3394, which means moon. From the Hebrew 3386, born at the new moon. From the Hebrew 3391 means moon month, or the month of the moon. And this comes from the Hebrew 3405, which is actually referenced in 1 Kings 16. I would challenge you to read that entire chapter. And this is from the Greek 3394, means morality contaminated, the act of uncleanness, contamination. This comes from the Greek 3392, which means to defile. On April 8th, 2024 is a new moon. April 8th, 2024 is the last of the judgment signs for the United States of America, Mystery Babylon, that actually spells out a massive A for apostasy. Go back to my last video and take a look at that. So from April 8th, 2024 back to June 19th, is the Hebrew June 19th of 2014 is Hebrew 3581, and literally this is kind of strange. A large lizard, a chameleon, and this is reference for Daniel 11:6. And this is from the Hebrew 3582, to destroy or to cut down, to make desolate. And this is from the Greek 3581, to entertain, to be a host to a stranger, literally alien. I'm sure when they wrote this, when they wrote the Strong's outlining everything, it meant they were probably speaking about an alien from another country. But this literally says alien, and it even says literally alien. And can this be the 10-year warning from the great alien deception after the rapture of the church? If we do, and if April 8th is the day, and a couple months later, on June 19th, 2024, is this the day that the great deception actually begins, when they try to explain away everything that took place at the rapture? I'm not saying that the rapture is going to take place on that day. However, we are so far into the end. The timeline is coming to a close. There's no more time left to equate into this event. And so, do you have eyes to see? Do you have ears to hear? And it is interesting that this emergency alert that went out onto every single phone in this country, in the Greek, and this is referenced from the Greek 5456, which is physically and literally a phone, an artificial tone, an artificial address, a noise, a sound, a voice, a voiceless sound. Is that not what happened? Jesus Christ is trying to get our attention, but very few are listening, and many are actually mocking and scoffing what he is telling his people. telling his bride to be ready and watching and waiting for him. Everything, all these are signs of his arrival. So please be ready, be watching. You are warned. He is warning us about what is to come. And again, I see in the comments, it's heartbreaking because people's hearts have turned from the Lord and have desired to embrace evil and embrace what this world has to offer. And I want to encourage you to let those things go. Put those things aside and to completely embrace and run into the arms of Jesus Christ right now while there is still time. Once the rapture takes place, once the trumpet sounds, all hope is lost, and then many will go into the tribulation and become the tribulation saints, and then also many will actually become part of the beast system and end up in the lake of fire. But you can avoid all that. You can embrace Jesus Christ right now, trust and believe in his rescue, that he's coming to remove those who are following him, remove his bride, and that as us, the man-child, will be caught up to the throne. This is literally getting ready to happen. So anyway, I just wanted to encourage you. I hope you have a blessed day. In Jesus' name I pray. Bye-bye.